Hey guys, it's Shannon.
And Paul.
And why are we here today, Paul?
Because I want to talk to you guys about movies and music.
Cool. I'm wearing my music shirt. This is my my rock shirt. I actually wore this to go see Alice Cooper.
And I'm wearing my Alice Cooper shirt.
Alice Cooper shirt.
Yeah.
You got at the concert.
Okay, so as you guys know, I absolutely love movies and music. I also love books too. So if there's anything in that genre that you would like to hear me talk about, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you'd like to hear me yammer about.
Paul can tell you a story.
I could. So I actually want to do this video because there's a specific topic relating to music that I want to do, but I feel like that would be too short. So we're talking about movies as well. We are wrapping up, we're filming this just before the new year, just before 2020.
Which is why we still have Christmas decorations.
Yeah, because we're actually having family in town this weekend. So anyway, it's a whole different story.
Should we slide it out of the way?
No, it's fine. It's going to be distracting for a lot of people now. But so movies, 2019 has been a huge year for movies. We got the end of the Marvel first 10 years with Endgame. That was in the beginning half of the year, but I really want to talk about a lot of the big movies that have come out at the end of the year.
2019 was a big year for movies because I think I saw 18 or 19 movies in the theater, which is incredible. I don't usually see that many, so that's how I know it was a big year.
And I think for me, I saw maybe 24 or 25 different movies in movie theaters, and a couple of movies I have been to see multiple times this year, so I want to let you know about that. So movies at the end of the year, I want to start off by saying I missed two in theaters. They're gone from my local theater, so I'll probably not see these until they come out on DVD. That is Ford versus Ferrari and the Tom Hanks Mr. Rogers. I think it's called A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I wanted to see both of those, but I missed them in the theater because I was busy doing other stuff. But there have just been a lot of movies in maybe the last 2 months of the year. So we've seen Jumanji.
Oh, I could tell you what we've seen. I have a list. Go grab my planner.
Where's
I'm
that?
Go grab my planner, the one you brought upstairs and put on the counter.
Okay.
So I'll entertain you while he's gone.
Okay.
So he has seen several movies with some of his friends that I have not seen, and then I've seen several movies with my girlfriends that he hasn't seen. So this list isn't going to be totally conclusive, but I can start with the most recent, my planner.
All right.
Very fancy. The most recent movie we saw was on Christmas, actually, and we saw Little Women. Yeah,
which was a really well-done movie. Everybody in our family enjoyed it, which we were kind of like the odd family because it was our 20-year-old son, our 24-year-old son, myself, and Shannon.
And not many other men in the theater.
No, not many.
Some showed up.
Yeah, but it was a really, really good movie. Really
it was really good.
Very entertaining. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Okay.
What else do we have?
Prior to that, Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker.
Yep. Yeah.
Am I just giving a list, or are you?
Yeah, I'll just do a quick thing. So we saw Rise of Skywalker. Honestly, for me, I was excited about it because of the previews. The previews really did a good job of getting me excited about it. Prior to seeing the preview, I was not that excited about this current trilogy. Shannon and I actually had a great discussion about this the other day, and I think what we've landed on, and I'll let Shannon expand on this. Shannon is a casual fan of movies in general, and not really a huge Star Wars fan. She knows the characters, and she likes some of them.
I like the original trilogy.
Yeah, but as far as the story and the mythology of Star Wars, just not her thing. I'm a huge story and mythology of Star Wars person. So this series, or this trilogy, has really been a miss for me. But for Shannon has actually enjoyed it a lot. So I think that's an interesting.
I had never seen 7 or 8.
Right.
And then we got tickets to go see 9.
So we had a
So my
marathon.
boys are like, we need to have a binge watching marathon. So I watched 7 and 8 and 9 all in the same week, which for me is a binge watching marathon. I did not like 1, 2, and 3. Like I don't remember liking episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I enjoyed episodes 6, 7, and 8. Mm-hmm. Not as well as the middle.
The original trilogy. Okay.
But I actually really enjoyed it. And I feel like I feel like there was more of an attempt made to have a story that would draw more girls and women in to Star Wars.
Okay.
Just me, just based off seeing the other ones versus this one, I feel like there was a little more for me. Just totally my opinion.
And I think that's probably true. I think this trilogy was much more inclusive, which I think is a good thing. To me, it's really neat walking around Disney World and seeing so many young women
little girls
interested in Star Wars, because when I was growing up, that was really not the case. So I like that aspect of it, but I feel like the storytelling in this current trilogy, for me at least, was not where it has been in the past, which is okay. If you like this new trilogy, that's great. And I think I'm excited to see what they're going to do going forward, because I do like some of the standalone things that they've done, and we're about to start watching The Mandalorian, so I'm excited for that. All right, so let's move on.
Knives Out.
Knives Out. Okay. Probably for me the best movie of 2019.
Wow.
I absolutely love the dialogue in it. I love the cast. Some people may differ on that. I've heard a lot of people criticize making Daniel Craig a Southern gentleman, if you will, or having this exaggerated Southern drawl.
The characters were so cool.
I thought all the characters were just a lot of fun. The filming style was great. The storytelling style was wonderful. It was a great drama, and I really like dramas nowadays, so great movie. What else you got?
Jumanji 2.
Jumanji 2. Fun movie. Very entertaining. Great trip to the movie theater. Good for a family with maybe preteens or older. You look up the ratings and see how you feel about the language and stuff.
None of these are recommendations to go or
That's
take
right.
your kids to without looking first.
Yeah, good point. So fun movie. I felt like the first Jumanji was maybe a little bit better. The second one was good.
Yeah, our children are adults, so we view things through that lens.
Right. Okay, what else you got?
Okay, I saw this last Christmas. You didn't see that. I went to see that with my friends. That was a good movie, but it made me sad.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about it going in, and it did not go the way I thought it was going to go.
Okay.
So, but it was a good movie.
All right.
Frozen 2.
Frozen 2.
Paul loves Olaf still. Paul.
I do. So Olaf I really loved in Frozen 2.
You like his short story?
I loved his short story. Oh, that's probably the best part of the movie for me. I absolutely loved Olaf in Frozen 2, and that's funny because I actually did not like him as a character very much in the Frozen 1. I like him at Disney World, but not as much in Frozen 1. But
Paul's not a big Frozen fan.
I'm really not. I just don't get it.
But he's seen both movies in theaters and the Broadway play, so
Yeah.
maybe he is a fan. You're a closet Frozen
I'm a
fan.
fan of you, babe.
He's a closet Frozen fan.
Yeah. So for me, I will say this. Frozen 2 as a movie, I enjoyed much more than Frozen. Mm-hmm. But the music overall in Frozen 2, I felt like was a lot better than in Frozen. But I feel like it lacked the one big single of Let It Go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, you didn't see this one, but I saw it with my friends. Maleficent.
Okay.
It was good. I enjoyed it. I did have a moment where one of the friends I was with was like, "This is a kid's movie?" And I'm like, "No, she's a villain."
Yeah.
Please always look at your ratings before you go, because there was a child in the theater with us that was traumatized. She was crying and could not stop, and I felt awful for her because she was little and it was a part that just really traumatized her. So definitely do your ratings.
Yeah.
Okay, then I saw Hobbs and Shaw with my friends. We have this thing like we go out for ladies' night or for birthdays and whatever, and we go to dinner and movies. So
Yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw. I'm not a fan of like Fast and Furious and those types of things because they're just so ridiculously unimaginable. Like the stunts, the things that happen in them.
Totally real.
Having said that, The Rock is in it, so it's a good movie.
I can't believe that you think that those cars can't actually do those things. People can't do that.
No, it was more like, don't want to ruin the movie for you, but The Rock is like, this isn't the preview, so it's okay. He's like holding a chain, and he's standing on a vehicle, and a helicopter is attached to the other end of the chain, and he reels it in just with the strength of his arm.
That's totally real. Totally a real thing. All right. Okay,
Yeah.
I think that's far enough back.
Okay.
All right, yeah, because we're probably back into
Spider-Man, Men in Black.
August or
Oh, you
September.
didn't see Men in Black. I saw that.
Yeah, I didn't
Toy
see
Story,
I didn't see
Detective Pikachu.
So Fast and the Furious is not a franchise that I really watch much of, and nor is Men in Black. So Shannon went and saw both of those with her friends. And the last movie we saw as a family, it was Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Oh.
Going back on your list.
Well, no, because we had Avengers Endgame, Shazam,
Yeah.
Captain Marvel, the Lego Movie. There were lots of other things.
There were lots of things.
Anyway.
So anyways, it was a big year for us in 2019 for the movies. A lot of great movies out there. All right, music. So I had this thought the other day.
You had a thought.
Yeah.
It's always dangerous when Paul has a thought.
So I love I love music. I love music from the 80s because that's kind of when I grew up, or when I think of myself as growing up. And the music from then is I just like the sound of it. I like the context of it.
His favorite bands: New Kids on the Block, Debbie Gibson, Tiffany, Samantha Fox. Wait, those were mine.
So it's actually funny that you say that because
Duran Duran.
Well,
That was a little later, wasn't it?
So no.
I'll stop.
So I have Sirius XM in my car, which I thought was the most ridiculous thing. Mm-hmm. But now I'm paying every month to have it because to me it's wonderful.
And now he makes fun of me that my car doesn't have it.
Yeah.
He enjoys having that music.
I'm not endorsing Sirius. I am not sponsored by them. If they want to sponsor me, hey, great. But it really is wonderful because I've been able to re-experience or get to hear a lot of things that I'd heard back then and really enjoy now. So there's a lot of new age music like Duran Duran, Pet Shop Boys, Psychedelic Furs, Erasure. I've heard the songs, I enjoy the songs, but you just don't hear them on the radio. And there's something about being in your car and hearing something on the radio.
He's one of those people that has the windows rolled down, music turned up, and he's singing. Not turned up to like an annoying level that it would annoy other people, but he enjoys it and he's singing. Yeah,
it's my own personal concert in my car. So anyway, I'm like, I'm off track. I was going somewhere.
Sorry.
So it's okay. So yeah, you talk about like that music, like New Kids on the Block. There are several songs that come on a lot of the channels that I have on New Kids on the Block, and I'll actually listen to them.
Are you hanging tough?
I kind of am. And Ice Ice Baby, which I was way too cool. Like, this is the stupidest thing.
Vanilla Ice was awesome.
Yeah, but so in high school, you kind of have that identity of who you are, and then you got your music that is part of that identity. And for me, I was like one of the rocker guys. And so you couldn't be a rocker guy and like Vanilla Ice.
How did we get together?
I don't know.
I didn't like any rock music.
Yeah, see, but I feel like you hid that really well. Because like you had all the cassette singles of like Firehouse and
but that was good. It was their love song. I had all the love songs.
And I was too dumb to figure that out.
Well, there you go.
But anyway, so we can admit this now, but we have way different tastes in music. Shannon likes the power ballads that those bands came out with, and I can now admit that a lot of these bands, when I say a lot of these bands, what I mean is Rat, Warrant, White Lion, who else? Motley Crue to some degree, Poison, Def Leppard. These were all pop bands. They were bands that they acted. They have the trappings of a rock show. Bon Jovi's another one. And I'm not here to criticize and say one thing is rock and one thing is not. But these were all bands that had really tapped into what's going to get us on popular radio, what's going to get the girls to listen, which is then going to make the guys want to listen, which is going to sell our concert tickets, sell our CDs.
So they were smart.
Exactly. But it was pop music for the time, and it got marketed to my generation as rock and roll. It is our rock. It's kind of like the second generation of classic rock, if you will, nowadays, which is kind of sad to think about that. But I love that music. Now I can kind of admit that, okay, this was much more pop oriented than it was rock, when you really kind of think about it. What's funny and where I'm going with this is this. So I remember 5-6 years ago now hearing about bands that were huge in the 70s starting to come around and a little bit earlier. Like the Eagles is a great example. They've gone on tour several times. Billy Joel as well is another one, Elton John. And the ticket prices were just astronomical. And I don't mean like people went in and bought up tickets and were reselling. I mean Like from the get-go, the ticket prices were just really high to go see these people in concert. And now I'm there. Because this year, Motley Crue is coming out of retirement, which is a thing that just annoys the life out of me. Motley Crue is coming out of retirement to do a show with Def Leppard, Poison, and Joan Jett. Now, I have had the privilege of seeing the three big acts, Motley Crue, Poison, Def Leppard, in concert, some multiple times. I've never seen Joan Jett. I would like to see her in concert. But they're going to do a stadium tour. So stadiums are big venues. But I had kind of thought that the tickets would be sort of reasonably priced. And we logged on the day
we could have bought tickets from Ticketmaster, so they weren't resale tickets.
Yeah, and to get, I think the cheapest tickets that I saw was $300, which is just really expensive. Now I'm not criticizing these acts that are doing this, because I got the chance to see Def Leppard. I've seen them now 3 times. 5 years ago, I saw them at Walnut Creek Pavilion, which is in Raleigh. It's an amphitheater. And the tickets, it was them and Kiss playing together, and the tickets were like $70 under the covered thing, very, very close to the stage, probably about 20, 30 rows away from the stage. Great seats, great time. If you were willing to sit on the lawn, you could have seen that show for $25. Saw them again the following year with REO Speedwagon, same type of thing. And then they came around with Journey and they did the sports arena thing. Those tickets were a little bit more money, but still kind of in that ballpark. Now they're doing the stadium. They have 2 more headlining, 2 more big acts with them that are really kind of doing that 80s metal kind of thing. And I mean, the tickets are expensive. It's just kind of funny just getting that place in your life where it's like, now the music that you like, you're gonna have to pay a premium to go and see that again.
So I want to take this moment to do a Shannon PSA.
Yeah, go
public
ahead.
Service announcement.
Yep, go ahead.
I believe that if you have the money, don't go into debt to do it, but if you have the money to do it, it doesn't matter how much the tickets cost. If it's somebody you really want to see and enjoy, you should go and see and enjoy them, because you can spend your life buying a bunch of junk that you're not going to remember 2 weeks from now, or you can go see the show that you'll talk about and remember for years. So I think the experience is worth it.
That's a good point.
If you can afford it.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And honestly, I think for me, I think had I not seen those 3 bands that I had mentioned, I would probably be in a much different camp, because I'm more than willing to pay that money to see Guns N' Roses. And
they have to pay their bills.
They do. They got expenses. It's expensive to go on tour. I'm not. I hope I'm not coming across like I'm down on the bands that are charging these prices. I'm happy for them that they're able to get it. It's just kind of a moment in my life where it's like the passing of, like, I'm entering like this new phase where.
Yeah, but they're still cheaper than current artists like Taylor Swift. Have you looked at her tickets?
Yeah.
You got to take out a second home mortgage to go see Taylor Swift.
So,
I would love to go see Taylor Swift, but I can't afford those tickets.
So that's actually kind of funny. Now, I'm a big trivia person. I read all kinds of snippets of articles and stuff. And I've actually heard in the music industry that like really only the top 20 or 30 tours make money in a year. That all the rest of them are actually break even or slight money losing propositions.
I believe it, with the expense of the road crews and the stage and just all the equipment and the venues, and everybody wants a piece of that pie. Yeah,
I don't understand the economics of it. Like, to me, it's like I go into a sports arena and I'm counting up seats, and I'm like, okay, I know that these seats cost this much money and there's this many in the seats, so this is how much it is. And I'm like, wow, that's millions of dollars. But yeah, like Shannon said, it's a big pie that has to get cut up a lot of different ways. I don't know who gets what. It's not my business. It's just really this video is kind of just a personal thing for me, that now I'm the person that is looking at these tickets the same way that a person 5 years ago was looking at maybe Eagles tickets or Bruce Springsteen or Billy Joel or Elton John, somebody that they had maybe wanted to see one more time or for the first time. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's what I'm gonna have to pay for that evening of entertainment. Like Shannon said, if you've got the money and and you can do it, it can be well worth it. I paid to see Guns N' Roses a couple years ago when they were in North Carolina in Winston-Salem. Went with my brother, and we had good seats, and that probably is the best concert I've ever seen.
And you have the memories of being with your brother, seeing it.
Yeah, and I would definitely go see them again.
So speaking of that, who do you want to go see again? He has an iPad over there because...
It just got announced there. So, well, it didn't just get announced. Actually, I was out of the loop for a little bit. So apparently they are continuing their Not in This Lifetime tour.
Are they going to Pink Pop? What's Pink Pop?
It's in Landgraaf, NL, Netherlands.
Is that Netherlands?
Netherlands, yeah.
I want to go to Pink Pop.
Yeah, they're going to be in Dublin.
Oh, I'll go to Dublin.
Yeah, they're going to be in Brno, Czechoslovakia. Warsaw, Poland.
Oh, they're going to Italy.
Yeah, they're going to be in Italy, Vienna, a bunch of places. They're doing the European thing. So anyway.
If anybody watching is a brand and wants us over there for anything, let us know.
Yeah, exactly.
Paul can go see his concert. I don't know. I don't know if I could fly that far.
That would be a tough one for you because number one, it would be fly that far and it would be an outdoor venue probably.
Yeah, but depending on the weather and time of year, that's okay.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's different weather there. So anyway, so this is a video that I really just wanted to do.
So how many concerts did you see in 2019? Was it only TSO counts, in my opinion?
So Trans-Siberian Orchestra we see almost every year when they come to Raleigh.
That's kind of like a concert drama, concert play.
Yeah, it's like a play. I think the only thing I've seen in 2019 was Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh, you need to go to a concert.
Because
last year you saw several.
In 2018 we saw Def Leppard and Journey together, and we also saw Alice Cooper together.
And then didn't you go see another concert? Is that the year you went with your brother? To Guns N'
No,
Roses?
2017 was Guns N' Roses with my brother. I think
we had tickets
we had Queen.
We had Queen tickets, and we ended up not going to the concert, so
right.
That's what it was.
Yeah, we had a scheduling conflict.
Yep.
So
before pleasure.
Yeah, so nothing. I didn't see a single concert in 2019. Yeah, so I've got a concert, backlog built up here.
Somebody you wanted to see was playing in Vegas.
Guns N' Roses.
You should go to Vegas.
No, the ticket prices there were crazy. Because it's a smaller venue. It was like $700 a seat.
I looked it up because I'm like, I'm just going to get him tickets to Vegas.
Yeah,
and either I'll go or he can go with one of his friends.
No, I almost thought about going to New Orleans for their show in New Orleans.
You should have.
Yeah.
So they were playing in New Orleans and we were going to Disney World the next day.
No, that was Charlotte.
That's right. That was Charlotte, and New Orleans came up afterwards.
Yes.
So I told him, I'm like, you should buy a ticket and go to Charlotte and then just fly out to Disney World from Charlotte.
Yeah.
And he didn't do it.
No.
You could have got a steal on a seat because last minute buying one seat.
Probably.
You probably could have got a steal on a ticket.
I probably could have, but
anyway.
It wouldn't have been worth it. So anyway. So that was our...
So real quick, because people have asked, they wanted to know what you thought about different music and stuff. So real quick, What are the top concerts that you would like to see coming up? Not taking into account all the people you've already seen and whatever. What are maybe the top 3 you would love to see?
Are these aspirational ones, like if it could happen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Guns N' Roses would top my list. Absolutely top my list.
Was the greatest night of your life?
No, that's a running joke. People in the parking lot after that show were a mess. There was this one guy who had way too much. He had way too much partying going on, and he was an emotional wreck. He had the bandana that he bought. He was thinking that bandana had a connection to Axl Rose. The tighter he wrapped it around his head, and he was like, "It's the greatest night of my life." I remember. He got his money's worth.
I think it's cute because he enjoyed himself and loved it. So.
He did. If he could have seen himself, maybe.
Okay, so Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses would absolutely 100% top of my list. There was no question about it. Number 2 for me would be a very aspirational one. This band is not even together anymore. So White Lion, that's a band I never saw in the 80s, but I love their music. I think they just have such a cool sensibility about music. And Vito Bratta, I think, is a really good guitarist.
Maybe they'll get back together for you.
I doubt it. But maybe. That would be really cool. So I would love to see them in concert. Kix, K-I-X, that's another band that I really like. They really never broke really big. They had a couple of videos on MTV. They had a one platinum selling album and one song that did well called Don't Close Your Eyes. But they're a band that was like, if you grew up around Baltimore, you knew who Kix was because they were like our local band. And I've seen them once before in concert. This was over 25 years ago. Really put on a great show, just a good party kind of band. And I love their sense of music as well.
And they're not touring or together as
No,
well?
they are touring.
Oh, they are?
They came to Raleigh a couple of years ago, but again, there was a scheduling conflict and I just couldn't go. Yeah, I would definitely go see them again. Actually, they're a band that I look to see where they're playing, just because I might go see them sometime. Because they play a lot of very small venues. A lot of these bands from back in the 80s, it's really crazy because they just can't, the economics of touring doesn't work for them anymore because they can't play a big enough place. They have to play a very small room. And a lot of these guys are like, no, I don't want to do that. Don't want to go on the road, be away from the family, or get in that close proximity with the other guys in the band. Because a lot of these people didn't like each other as much as you might have thought they did.
So it's funny though that you say that because Alice Cooper played in a small venue. It was our concert hall.
Yeah.
So I mean, not small, not like
probably about 2,000 seats.
Not like a club, but
right.
Not one of the huge things. And it was amazing.
That was great.
I'm not even a fan of Alice Cooper. Sorry, those of you that are.
I am. I'm a huge fan.
Prior to that concert, I couldn't even tell you what music he played or anything. I knew who the band was, who he was. But I went to the concert with Paul because his friends couldn't go.
Right.
There was a conflict there. So I went with him to that concert. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it was amazing. So good job.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So actually, Alice Cooper is on the road again in 2020. And I am looking to get tickets to that show because he's coming around with Lita Ford, who I never got to see back in the day. What's that?
I said he loves Lita Ford.
Not anymore. I mean,
No?
I had a crush on her when I was 16 years old. But
was it just a crush, or did you like the music too?
Both. I like the music
so
too.
You still like Lita Ford.
Yeah, I like Lita Ford. Yeah.
And he has a friend that really wants to go to that concert. So
I do. I do. So if I can get tickets, Steve, we are going to see Scoop and Lita Ford. So anyway.
All right.
That's gonna do it. I think.
Was that all?
I think I got that off my chest. Yeah. All right.
So,
well, thanks so much for joining us for this video. Did you have something else?
I was just gonna say, like Paul says in a lot of the other videos, if you have any questions about music or whatever, you can let him know.
Yep.
He'd be happy to answer.
I would. I enjoy talking about music and books and movies. So if you have those questions, just leave a comment. Let us know.
And just to address it real quick, this was his video about movies and music. I'm not a big movie or music buff, so that's why I didn't. There's not going to be a Shannon's version.
True.
So this is Paul's.
You got it in the beginning. New Kids on the Block, Samantha Fox,
Debbie Gibson, Tiffany,
Milli Vanilli.
I
love Milli Vanilli.
I actually went to the Milli Vanilli concert.
Oh, that was awesome.
It was a tremendous concert. I saw Paula Abdul.
Mm-hmm.
She was really good. The Milli Vanilli concert was really good, but that was before they were found out to be with the same.
Oh yeah, because after that they were done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw some really good concerts when I was younger, but
yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway.
All right. So sorry. All right. Sorry this video's been so long, but you can blame it on the rain. See you later.
It was fallen. Bye guys.